we had another great fall classic, featuring the Los Angeles Dodgers, who got themselves another shot at the World Series after beating the Milwaukee Brewers in 7 games 4-3 in the NLCS. But it wouldn't be against the defending champion Houston Astros though, after the Stros' former bench coach Alex Cora, who won a ring with them last year, led his Boston Red Sox to defeat Houston, this time in the ALCS 4-1 on his birthday too. So the Dodgers had a chance at redemption, while the Bo Sox and their manager Alex Cora had a chance at winning the World Series in his first year. So he opened up the series in Boston with two of the game's best pitchers in Clayton Kershaw and Chris Sale. And it was a close battle between the elite lefties, both having a fairly similar outing in Game 1, and the teams went back and forth. So it was the well-rested Red Sox who took first blood and striking right away in the first inning. Mookie Betts singled and stole second, then Andrew Benintendi cashed him in with no outs. And JD Martinez would bring in Benintendi with a 1-0 RBI single for the early 2-0 lead. Top of the second inning, veteran Matt Kemp on his first World Series at-bat hits a home run to get one back quickly. And in the third inning, the Dodgers get back-to-back singles. Then Manny Machado, who knows the Red Sox very well in his time in Baltimore, hits their third straight single for the RBI, which tied the game 2-2. But not for long, as Boston quickly got the lead back off the bat of Martinez, shooting an RBI double off the wall in center to make it 3-2. After a scoreless fourth inning, the fifth inning was trouble for the starters, as Sale had to hand the ball over after giving up a walk, which later allowed Machado with runners in scoring position to tie things up again with an RBI groundout off reliever Matt Barnes. But once again, it wasn't tied for long, as in the bottom half Kershaw surrendered a walk and a single, which forced Ryan Madson to take over, but he would load the bases with a walk to Steve Pearce, so that allowed Boston to grab the lead again on an RBI groundout by Xander Bogaerts. But that wasn't it, as Rafael Devers picked up another run on his big RBI single for the 2-run cushion. The Dodgers tried to claw back in the 7th inning as they loaded up the bases, and that man again, Machado, picked up his third RBI of the game with a sac fly to make it a 5-4 game for Boston. But that's all they got on that opportunity, so it was Boston's turn as they got a couple base runners, and after Pedro Baez struck 2 out, LA manager Dave Roberts called in left-handed pitcher Alex Wood to face lefty batter Devers, but Boston would counter with Eduardo Nunez, and Nunez would absolutely punish the Dodgers with a 3-run bomb to put Game 1 away with an 8-4 win. So it was just like how the Dodgers clinched the NLCS in Game 7 when they had a 1-run lead, and Yasiel Puig hit his massive 3-run homer to win the NL pennant, so the Red Sox gave them a taste of how that feels, as they grabbed the 1-0 series lead. On to Game 2, where the Dodgers sent Hyunjin Ryu to the mound to face David Price, who was known to struggle in the postseason. But he actually got his first postseason win against the Astros to clinch the ALCS. But how about in the World Series? Well, his bats gave him the early lead to work with, coming in the second inning with Xander Bogaerts, who hit a double. Then Ian Kinsler with the RBI single to left to drive him home 1-0. Then top of the fourth, Price would fall into some trouble, allowing the Dodgers to start the inning with 2 singles and a walk. LA would grab their first run off a Matt Kemp sacrifice fly, and Price would surrender the lead off the bat of Yasiel Puig, who singled up the middle for the RBI to make it 2-1 Dodgers. But the Red Sox respond in the 5th inning all on 2 outs, as they rally with 2 singles and a walk as well to fill up the bases. That would force Ryu out of the game. Ryan Madson in for relief would then walk Steve Pearce, which tied up the game at 2s. And then it was JD Martinez with a loop single to drive in 2 more runs to jump ahead 4-2. From there, the Red Sox did not look back, as the bullpen shut the door, and the Red Sox double up on the Dodgers again in Game 2, as Price picks up another postseason win, helping his team take the 2-0 series lead heading over to Dodger Stadium. So for Game 3 in Los Angeles, featuring a good battle between former Cy Young Rick Porcello for the Red Sox and young Walker Buehler for the Dodgers, it was Jock Peterson to open the scoring with a solo shot to right in the 3rd inning, and that almost seemed like enough, because Buehler was absolutely lights out, pitching 7 innings and only allowing 2 hits and striking out 7. But the Dodgers closer Kenley Jansen came in the 8th and gave up a homer to Jackie Bradley Jr. to even it up at 1, and that would force extra innings, as both teams pitched in and out of trouble in the 9th and 10th innings. They did break through in the 13th inning. It was Brock Holt who singled and stole second. Eduardo Nunez on a bad ankle hustled up to first on a dive, as the ball was thrown away, which allowed Holt to score and take the lead. And man, Nunez had quite the game, because during the at-bat when Holt stole second, Nunez actually got upended by the catcher Austin Barnes, who was fetching the ball, and that whole sequence caused him to twist his ankle. He was really putting it all out there, because he also caught 2 pop-ups after, one going after the ball falling into the stands, and another stumbling over the mound. Nunez was really doing everything to become the hero in this one, but unfortunately the Dodgers denied that, because they couldn't afford to lose this one and go down 0-3 in the series. So bottom of the 13, Max Muncy reached base on a walk, and Yasiel Puig hit one sharply down the middle to second baseman Ian Kinsler, who threw it away to allow Muncy to score, so it remained tied after 13 innings. And this game would not be solved until we jump all the way to the bottom of the 18th inning. Yes, the 18th inning. And the hero was Muncy on his game-winning blast. So what a marathon that was. In fact, it was the longest game in World Series history. The losing pitcher was Nathan Eovaldi, who threw 97 pitches in relief. Big credit to him for sticking in there, basically pitching an entire start. But the Dodgers won a crucial one, and winning a game like that one should give them a lot of momentum for the next. So Game 4 would be one where both teams would really need deep outings from their starters. And they got exactly that, because there was no scoring at all in the first 5 innings with both teams fatigued. So it was the Dodgers to strike first in this one, and it was off a throwing error by catcher Sandy Leon in the 6th inning. On a bases-loaded play, where he tries to double up, tossing the ball over to first, as that allowed one to cross the plate as 2 is still on base. As Yasiel Puig would smash one out to put the Dodgers up 4-0. And Chris Sale didn't like that at all, so he goes off on his guys in the dugout trying to pump him up. And the bats actually came alive, because in the 7th inning with 2 on, Mitch Moreland would lift a 3-run shot to right on his first pitch, and Boston was right back in it trailing 4-3. Then in the 8th inning, Steve Pearce shoots one out on his first pitch, and the game was tied. But the Red Sox weren't done there, because in the 9th, Rafael Devers cashes in Brock Holt, who doubled to take the lead. Boston would then fill up the bases for Mr. Pearce, who laces a bases-clearing double. Xander Bogaerts scores Pearce on his RBI single. So Boston would put up 5 runs in the 9th for the demanding 9-4 lead, which proved too much for the Dodgers, as they were only able to take a couple runs back on a 2-run homer by Kike Hernandez. As that one ended 9-6, as it put Boston in the driver's seat with a 3-1 series lead. All thanks to Chris Sale for waking them up. So in Game 5, Boston would jump right out in front, and it was none other than Steve Pearce with a 2-run bomb, off Clayton Kershaw to give his starter David Price the lead to start things off. But Price would give a run back on his first pitch, to leadoff man David Freese for the solo shot, but it was another close one as the pitchers dueled it out, but Kershaw gave into 2 solo shots in the 6th and 7th innings, to Mookie Betts and JD Martinez respectively. And in the 8th, it was Mr. Pearce again for yet another home run, as Price would hang on and pick up another win, as this team allowed Chris Sale to step in and close it out for the 5-1 win. And the Boston Red Sox are the World Series champions with a 4-1 victory over the Los Angeles Dodgers. Man, the Red Sox had one heck of a season, recording their best record in franchise history with 108 wins. There's no doubt they're the best team in baseball all season long. And how about manager Alex Cora? Wins back-to-back rings himself, has won as a player and now as a manager for Boston, and as a first-year manager too, like John Farrell back in 2013. And then there's Steve Pearce. What a World Series for him. Wins the World Series MVP after really lifting his team in the last 2 games with 3 home runs and 7 RBI. So congrats to him and David Price as well, both former Blue Jays. As for the Dodgers, y'all had 2 straight chances. I guess 3rd time's the charm. But I hope y'all enjoyed the 2018 MLB season. I'll see you baseball fans next year. And congrats again to the City of Champions. So thanks so much for watching, please like and subscribe, and I hope you'll tune in to the next episode.